Golf fitness coach Nat has shared with me her secrets to playing better golf. We're going to look at secrets from the tee to help you open up better, from the fairway and from the green.
Right, Alex, so you're going to talk about probably one of the best secrets I think that most amateur golfers can do, and that is trying to unlock their hips.
Yeah.
So I bet most of your lessons will come in and they're pretty stiff through the hips. We get a lot of sway, a lot of early extension, and not enough natural turn where you can kind of create that speed and power.
It's like this where it becomes sort of a bit of a lunge forward, my hips feel a bit locked off, and like Nat said, I think when you're swaying back and forward, that's also going to cause you issues with low point. Now, so many people with driver, you want to hit up, you want to hit it as long as you can, and I feel like unlocking the hips will allow you to do that. Yeah,
I think probably more so in the downswing. I think you can get away with it a little bit in the backswing, but you see a lot of people that don't load through that lead side, and then they're never really creating as much speed and power and obviously distance as they probably can do. So one of the little hacks that we want to look at today really is just foot position and toe position.
Talk me through it.
So your feet, legs and hips all work in one nice chain of the lower body. So we often talk a lot about hips as golfers and we think of it as kind of coming from here. But actually the position of your feet and the mobility of your ankles and your leg bones really play into this as well. So we see a lot of golfers set up very parallel, very square, almost with the toes turned in.
Yeah.
And you can feel if you turn the toes in, what that does is actually bring the leg bones in slightly more like this, where your knees will feel like they've come in towards each other a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like I can really, well, I mean, just look at my thing, that's as far as I can go.
It's quite restricting. It feels very tight in the pelvis itself. So one simple little hack, and maybe people have come across this before, is just to turn the toes out a little bit. All of a sudden you get a little bit more hip turn.
Would you do both as well?
I think so, yeah.
Or more with the left foot and less?
Yeah, I think it would be technique dependent a little bit. So if someone's really struggling on that downswing, I think opening out here just gives them a bit more opportunity and they may spin that foot out, but I don't think that's a massive issue if they're controlling the swing nicely at that point. So what that does is it basically just opens out these joints here, which allow you to create a little bit more rotation. You can kind of feel the leg bones will turn and the pressure of your foot is very different with a turned out toe position.
So nice and simple, we're looking at turning those toes out to help aid that rotation back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's just a real simple thing that's overlooked by a lot of players. You see people at the range and you almost have it in your head, you have to have these like square angles and it's just dependent on your body. You know, if you're someone with long legs and smaller feet, like me, get them turned out because then you've got a bit more pressure on the ground to help yourself.
And it'll help with your balance too.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, now let's hit this one away and we'll jump down this fairway. Okay, now we're in the fairway, we're on the 15th and a lot of people get to this part of the round and their scores just drop off. What would you suggest is your secret for like food, water, little bits you can put in your bag that's not very expensive?
Yeah, I think it's this time in the round when you start to flag and you start to feel it. We hit a few bad shots and then we wonder why and think, oh, you know, I've just hit a few bad ones at the end and you lose loads of shots. It's not ideal. So key things, obviously hydration. I think most golfers do not drink enough water. I mean, look at the weather. It's not exactly warm. It's not tempting to have cold water and be drinking it all the time. But I think if you can try and have a drink of water at the end of every single green.
So like a little sip.
Little sip at the end of every green, that will keep you topped up for the whole 18 holes. Then we're looking at things like food. You know, most traditional golf
chocolate
food,
bar.
Mars bar, blue Powerade is normally the classic thing, isn't it? So we need something that's sustainable, that doesn't spike energy levels too greatly in terms of like sugar levels within the body. When you get that spike, you also get that dip, and that's where we start to feel tired. So we need things like protein bars, maybe protein yogurts. They're great. Nip the cap off it, you can put it back on. Really easy to eat and drink out on the course. Maybe some things like nuts as well, some whole foods, nuts and fruit, apples, pears. Things that you can grab out of your bag really easy. So like the mixed bag of fruit and nuts, they're brilliant. And again, you know, it's things that you like. You know, you don't be forcing stuff down you that you don't like. Bit of trial and error, see what you can enjoy. And for me, they're the key things. You know, you want to be eating something every kind of 5 holes
So it's little
as well.
and often. Again, it's not just wait to the point where you're hungry because it's too late.
Exactly. And again, timing is key. You know, if you're playing in the morning, you've got to make sure you have a really good breakfast and your bag's full of snacks. If you're playing over lunchtime, you've got to make sure you've got lunch in there. Yeah. Things like wraps with protein in there and some fats in there like avocado, they're perfect.
Because I'd say this is one of the things that you probably don't see on TV, you never see a tour pro eating, but they are constantly keeping themselves full throughout the round. And there's waters on every other tee, so they're constantly keeping hydrated. Okay, now let's move to the green for the final one of your secrets. Okay, now this is a big one for me, put in posture. A lot of people, I see don't get over their putt enough, to the point where we're not in sort of these positions. We're a little bit far away, we're a little bit upright, and that creates that putt ahead a little bit more independent of the body, and it can wander around a little bit. What's something we can do for most people that are getting older, right, and we don't want to sort of bend over as much? How can we make it a little bit more comfortable for them to do that?
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, because it's almost like we don't have that athletic position.
No.
So you're more liable to, you know, that club path with the putter just going all over the show, particularly in windy conditions and when it's cold as well. It's very difficult to get the body going. I think one thing for me is to almost get the hips in a good position and feel like the spine is lengthened. So one little tip I talk to a lot of my clients about is if I sort of put a balloon with a string to the top of your head, I'd want you to imagine that balloon was lengthening and making you taller.
That'd be good.
A couple of inches here and there, Alex. So all you'd be looking for from here is, rather than feeling like, you know, we've got these hunched over positions where there's a lot of curve of the spine, is if you were to sort of pull that balloon out, we'd lengthen the spine a little bit more.
Would you start tall, then go over, basically? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, or you can actually do it either way. It's whatever your brain interprets that in the best possible manner. So if you were to set up to the ball here, and then if I imagine sort of parallel to your spine here, I was kind of like lengthening out your spine a little bit this way, it just make you slightly longer and taller through setup.
Anything like hamstrings? Because I know when I feel like I get over it more, my hamstrings feel a bit more switched on.
One little trick you can use is to place the putter where your belt would go and just pull it tight into the hips. There's like a natural groove there where it'll sit. Fold yourself over the putter, and that should be roughly perfect setup for you.
That's the one I like, I think.
In terms of height and length of your body. So that should feel quite natural and comfortable. And that goes for any golfer. It doesn't matter what putter you've got, how long it is, how heavy it is. There's a little crease here at the hips where the belt would normally go in the trousers. Pull it in and just imagine you sinking over the top of that crease.
Fab. 3 secrets from Nat that are going to help you play better golf. Some of the things you won't have heard before here on YouTube, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the bell, because we release videos every single week.